Okay, we'll call to order Park Board meeting for Tuesday, February 28, 2023. I'll ask for a roll call, please.
Present.
Scott.
Present.
Manson.
Present.
Troutman.
Present.
Cooper.
Present.
Mapes.
Present.
And Member Clark is absent.
Okay, we'll move to the Pledge of Allegiance. All stand, please.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next up, we have to approve our Park Board minutes, January 24, 2023.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Bill?
I move we accept the minutes from the previous meeting.
Okay,
I second the motion.
okay. Hearing a first and second, any changes? No? All right, we'll take it to vote. All those in favor? 6, 4, 0 against, 1 absent. Next, we'll move to staff reports. Director?
Thank you, sir. I will ask Superintendent Brennan to do a recreation report.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Troutman, members of the board, I've submitted a written report, but I'd like to highlight a few items. Our basketball season ended back on February 11th, but with all sports leagues, there's not usually a long break in between each seasons. We are full speed ahead on our spring sports season. Deadlines for volleyball and flag football ended this past Sunday, and tomorrow we have our coaches meeting for soccer tomorrow evening at the RAC, and practices will begin next week. And we'll have our coaches meeting for volleyball as well as flag football next week, with practices beginning the following week. On the rec side, I did want to highlight on Saturday, March 11th, we will be having our spring craft show at the RAC from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. All of the vendor spots have been filled for the upcoming session, and we even have a few vendors that are on the waiting list in the event that any vendors drop. And then I also do want to highlight on March 20th, we originally had scheduled our Schools Out Nerf War. It's basically just a day camp with Nerf-themed activities taking place all day. We have had to move that program for the reason that on, I believe it was February 15th, the Chiefs held their parade, and Ray-Pec closed schools for the day. So for those that wanted to attend, they have then rescheduled that canceled school day for March 20th. So we are rescheduling that Schools Out Nerf War for May 1st. We have updated the date for registration, and we'll be updating the website, as well as getting with our communications manager and having her push out as much information on the change on our social media channels as we can, so the public is aware. And with that, that concludes my staff report, and I'll be happy to answer any questions that you may have.
Any questions for the superintendent? Nope. Thank you, sir. Director?
I'll ask Mr. Rulo to give a parks report.
Thank you. I submitted a written report, but wanted to hit on a couple items. As Todd had said, programs are getting ready to start, so the guys have actually been setting up the soccer goals, nets, and all that stuff for soccer for the practices. Baseball's right around the corner also. And also wanted to let everyone know the guys have been out at Hawk Ridge Park today. We'll be out there tomorrow. We're removing all the mulch and dirt out of the islands because people are driving through them and just making a mess, and we're putting riprap and large boulders in them so people can't drive through them. And it really looks nice. Should be hoping, as long as we get another load of rock in, we'll be finished with the north end tomorrow and we'll proceed down the south end probably next week. So with that, that concludes my report, and I would be more than happy to answer any questions.
Any questions for the superintendent? No, thank you, sir. Director?
Thanks, sir. I also have submitted a report, just a couple items. Tonight's agenda is pretty thin. We do not have any old business or new business to attend to. So immediately following the meeting, I am going to ask for an adjournment into executive session. And then we will adjourn our meeting, executive session, and then adjourn this meeting in the conference room. Do some brief, just some catch-up stuff that we need to inform the board on. And then we'll move into work session after that, so we have some items on the work session. So for my staff report, just a couple items. Tomorrow, the Chamber of Commerce will be doing their Wednesday updates, their weekly Wednesday updates email. For those of you who are members of the Chamber, you will notice that the Raymore Parks and Rec Department will be their newest member of the Chamber. So I just want to give you a heads up on that. We met with their executive director today and went over a few items, and one of the things we decided would be a benefit to our department is to actually be a separate member outside of just the city, so that Todd and I can attend events and do some things. So you'll notice that moving forward, that the city's a member and the Parks and Rec Department is also a member of the Chamber. So that's pretty exciting. That's never really happened in my 20-some years of being here in the city. So we also begin our interview process tomorrow for the athletic coordinator position. We have 3 interviews tomorrow, and then we will have 3 interviews next week. We are pushing them off for next week because Thursday and Friday I will be traveling to St. Louis with our friends from CFS Engineers, who helped us design TV Hanna Station and Hawkridge Park, to attend the American Council of Engineering Company annual banquet and awards banquet. TV Hanna Station has won the Engineering Excellence Award, so they've asked me to attend that with them. That's 3 national awards for TV Hanna Station that we've earned so far, so that's pretty impressive. So I'll take care of that on Thursday night, and then we'll resume interviews next week. Hopefully get Todd some help in here pretty quick. And finally, last night, just a quick city council update. I briefed them on all these things as well, except the chamber portion that happened today. But Parkside, first reading of the subdivision of Parkside, which is what is being built right north of Hawkridge Park, and is the dog park, essentially that property. First reading was last night. So in 2 weeks, or in the March meeting of City Council, second reading will happen, and the dog park property will officially be dedicated. And for the first time in, I don't know, since I've been here, or since we bought TV Hanna Station, our parkland will increase. It's approximately 13 acres, but by the time right-of-way and stuff, we will end up having about 10 acres to develop there, which we already have a plan for the dog park. You guys have seen that. That is currently budgeted in this fiscal year. And needless to say, the council has not forgotten that. We're very excited, and it must be done by early fall from the notes I gathered. I'm sure Mr. Manson would validate that, and we'll get moving forward on the dog park. But that is my staff report. Happy to answer any questions.
Any questions for the director? No? Thank you. Okay. As the director said, we have no unfinished business or new business. Looks like we have no public comment, so we'll go to board member comments. Dan, I'll start with you.
Yeah, my only comment today is I'm excited about Parkside subdivision and the dog park coming in. I think it will really complete, that side of Hawkridge Park with, having a road through there and having a subdivision right next to it, and then our dog park. So I think there's a lot of good improvements going on at that part of the city, and I'm just excited to see it happen.
Thank you, Dan. Ken?
Real quick, just some acknowledgement. it sounds like from the first report that the season is already spooling up pretty good. So it's, yeah, more power to you. It's good to see that. It's really good to see that our park system gets such use, and you guys do such a great job taking care of it. And congratulations again on TV Hannah. That's pretty cool. So just want to make sure I acknowledge that for you.
Thank you, Ken. Josh?
I don't have anything at this time. Thank you.
Thank you. Chris?
I have no comment.
Bill?
Yes, TV Hannah was well recognized, and I'm glad they received that award. And I'm looking forward to seeing this dog park finally pass, or we acquire the land, which will be conditional upon 163rd being completed. That'd be it.
Thank you, sir. I have no comments other than, again, thank you to staff and all the people that work for our parks. Incredible job, and as everybody spoke about up here already, no need to follow up with it, but just thank you.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Bill?
I make a motion that we move into executive session at this time per state statute.
Thank you, Bill.
I'll second the motion.
Okay, second?
We do need a roll call, so Member Collier?
Aye.
Yes.
Yes. Member Scott?
Here.
Member Manson?
Yes.
Member Cooper?
Yes.
Member Mapes? Yes. Chairman Troutman?
Yes.
All right, at 6:12, we will move into executive session.